Hi everyone, this is Leslie. Welcome to Whistle While You Work Vacations. Today we are talking all things Disney Genie and Disney Genie Plus. We will keep it as simple and as easy to follow as possible. This service can be a little bit confusing and a little bit overwhelming. So please know after you watch this video, if you have any questions, concerns, or just really anything at all, please don't ever hesitate to contact me. I would love to help and I would love to explain things that just seem a little bit too confusing to follow on this video. First, I just want to mention you might want to grab a paper and pen if you are not using this video just as a refresher, but as your first time understanding Disney Genie, just to write down a few key tips to help you remember how things go. So first, I just want to explain that we are right now, what you're seeing is your My Disney Experience app. And as you can see, we're on mine. I'm Ariel. Anyways, if you booked your vacation through Whistle While You Work Vacations, you should have already received an email encouraging you to download this app onto your phone and just fiddle with it a little bit, really to learn how to understand the app. It has a lot of great things, and it will be your lifeline when you are in Disney World. We are not going to go through all of the things that this app does today. We are just going to stick directly with Disney Genie and Disney Genie Plus. So let me verify just the two separate differences between those two things. Disney Genie is the free version of this app that helps you throughout your day. We'll go into that in a minute. Disney Genie Plus is the paid version of Disney Genie that helps you skip the lines, the standby lines, and helps you maximize your time in the park. It's a paid service that costs $15 per person per day. It only can be booked one day at a time during your trip. You can't buy it for your whole trip at once. And it can be booked after midnight on the day that you plan to go to that park. First, you must purchase your park tickets. And second, you must make your park pass reservations. All of those things must be done prior to purchasing Disney Genie Plus or even planning out your day for My Disney Genie. So as you can see, we're on my home screen here on the Disney Genie or on the Disney app. We're going to go ahead and at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you see the little hamburger icon down there. We're going to go ahead and hit that icon, and that's going to take us to, I call it the tile board. I don't know if it has an official name, but that's where all the little tiles are. And I'm going to have, at that point, you would be clicking on the tip board tile at the top left corner of the page. So we're going to click on that. And that's going to bring up two separate things, as you can see at the top. The tip board that's on your left and the My Day that's on your right. The My Day, which we're going to click in now, this is where you'll set up the free portion of My Disney Genie. Again, this is after you have your tickets and you make your park pass reservations. And you can do this portion at any time before your trip. I actually have had mine set up for probably the last 6 months for my upcoming trip in August, which is just, as you can see, it's July 13th, so it's not too far from now. So the way that you start planning this, as you can see in the middle of my screen here, it says start here to plan your day. We're going to click the Get Started Now link. And Disney Genie is getting ready to create some magic. I'm going to go ahead. You can see the purple highlighted dates are the dates that I'm going to be in Disney. I'm going to pick the 7th because I know that that's the day I'm at Magic Kingdom. And you can see then it quickly pulls up the 5 in my family that have eligible park tickets for that day. And you can see down here, I have some other family members linked to my account, and they are not eligible because they will not be joining us on this vacation. So if you have family members that you've traveled with in the past, they'll be in there as well. But the people that have park tickets will generate that they're eligible. We're going to go ahead and hit continue. Disney Genie is thinking a little bit. Okay, so what you're going to do here is you can see I have Big Thunder Mountain Railroad checked and Haunted Mansion. These are all of the rides that our family loves and that are important for us to do during our visit. So first you can pin the attractions that you like, some entertainment that you might think you might like to do while you're in the park, dining that you might enjoy, and even some enchanted extras. After you pin all of those things that are important to you, you're going to go ahead and click continue. And then there's also other ways to personalize your day. You can mark that your family likes princesses or villains, or I'm not going to read them all to you. This is super self-explanatory. And then you can hit continue. Also gives you the opportunity, if you have any little ones in your group that have height requirements, or if you have any accessibility issues in your family. After you go through all of that, Disney Genie will create a day for you, the day that you arrive, that will help you maximize your time in the park. It'll lead you to where the shortest wait times will be during the day. It will tell you different rides that they think you should go to at that point that have lower wait times. It will even give you future predicted wait times. You can click on a ride and it will say, well, right now it's at its highest, but if you wait to ride this ride at 7 p.m., the line will be much lower. It will encourage you to hit certain restaurants if it's a meal time and it sees that you are on Main Street USA and the mobile order pickup windows at Casey's Corner are really low. It'll encourage you to grab a hot dog. So it really just kind of gives you some ideas to help you maximize your park day. You can choose to disregard the Genie's tips, or you can use those all day long. It's really up to you how you choose to use that. We are going to spend most of our time, though, today understanding Disney Genie Plus, which is the paid version of Disney Genie. So at the top of our page here, we're going to click back into the tip board. This is going to bring up the Disney Genie Plus selections, which are called the lightning lanes. I want to explain, and this you'll understand a little bit later in the video why this is important. The lightning lane is the physical queue that you walk through. There's a standby line and a lightning lane. When you've received a Genie Plus experience to come back and ride, you will enter in through the lightning lane to be able to bypass the standby line for that ride. Sometimes the different terms that Disney uses can get a little confusing. So Disney Genie Plus is what you purchase and where you go to get your rides. The lightning lane is the lane that you enter into, the queue at the ride. Okay, so first let me explain that you can pick your first Disney Genie Plus experience at 7 a.m. So I told you earlier in the video, you can purchase your Disney Genie Plus anytime after midnight. I encourage you to do that prior to 7 a.m. At 7 a.m., you can go on and pick your first ride that you would like to get a lightning lane pass for, or Disney Genie Plus selection for that day. Those can be used a little bit interchangeable. So your family gets up at, 6:59. You're ready to pick your first lightning lane. You go in, and I'm going to just a little caveat here. It must be raining in Disney World right now because it looks like a lot of the outside rides are temporarily closed on my app. It's about 8 p.m. here in Pittsburgh. So it must be, they have those nighttime thunderstorms in Orlando. So I'm guessing that's what's happening right now. So we're going to scroll down here to, let's see if we can find an indoor ride. Okay, so let's go to Dumbo. So Dumbo the Flying Elephant has a return time of 8:25 p.m. for a lightning lane for Disney Genie Plus. So if you decide, great, I want to go ahead and book that experience for my return time of 8:25 p.m., you're going to click Book My Experience. And now it's going to pop up that we're not eligible because I do not have park tickets for today. Before we were working on future days. Today we're working on today. But it will show up as it did before that my family is eligible. You'll click Confirm Party, and then your return time will generate for when you can come back, enter the lightning lane to ride Dumbo the Flying Elephant. Now, you can only hold one Disney Genie Plus selection on your phone at a time, with a caveat, but we'll get back to that in a minute. So you make your first selection in the morning. Your return time, let's say, is at 10:30 in the morning. You go back to your ride. Your family scans in. Once you've scanned into the ride with your Magic Band or your park ticket or whatever you choose to use to scan into the ride, you then can make your next Disney Genie Plus selection. We're back to the caveat now. The only thing that changes with that is if you make a park pass, or that I misspoke. If you make a Disney Genie Plus selection that is further in the day, exactly 120 minutes past park opening, say you really, really, really want to ride Big Thunder Mountain, but so do most of the people in the park that day. So you grab a Genie Plus selection for it, but your return time isn't until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You get it anyways because that ride is important to you, but the park opens at 9 o'clock. 120 minutes after the park opens, if you have not scanned into your selected Disney Genie Plus selection, you can make another selection. After that, you cannot make another Disney Genie Plus selection until you've scanned into that ride. If ever it is confusing to you and that doesn't make sense, please feel free to reach out and I can give you some further explanation. Or you can just try and book another experience on your app and Disney Genie will tell you, sorry, you're not eligible for another selection yet, but you are eligible at 10:35. Set a timer on your phone and go ahead and just wait till 10:35 and then go ahead and make another selection for Disney Genie Plus. I hope that wasn't too confusing. The only other thing that I want to talk to you about with this is there is one ride in every park that is the biggest, heaviest hitter that will not be included in Disney Genie Plus. Now, not all rides are included in the Disney Genie Plus, but most of the rides that hold long lines on a typical day in any park are included. But there is one ride in every park that's not included, and those are called the individual lightning lanes. So in Magic Kingdom, that is going to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. In Epcot, that's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy. In Animal Kingdom, it is going to be Pandora Flight of Passage. And what am I missing here? In Hollywood Studios, it's going to be, what is it in Hollywood Studios right now? It's changed a couple of times. I believe it is Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Nope, that's in Epcot. Oh my goodness. In Hollywood Studios, oh my goodness, it's Rise of the Resistance. So for those rides, to get an individual lightning lane for those rides, it's an extra purchase. Again, you do not have to do that for the ride. You can choose to do it or not do it. As you can see, I can't really show you here in Magic Kingdom because Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is not open right now. So I want to go ahead and go into another park just so I can give you an understanding of that. So we're going to go into Animal Kingdom because Pandora Flight of Passage is inside. So I am assuming that that is still open and they are not having any problems with that. So here it is. Okay. So it's closed as well for some reason. So as you can see though, in this selection, it is labeled LL Individual Lightning Lane. Under the Animation Experience Conservation Station, you can see that it says Lightning Lane Disney Genie Plus. Now, if Avatar Flight of Passage still had individual lightning lanes available for purchase, over on the right-hand side, you would see the price of what that lightning lane would cost for you to purchase it separately. I'm going to try and go into another park to see if I can find one of those. But as I'm scrolling, I just wanted to mention this can also be purchased at 7 a.m. the same way Disney Genie Plus can be purchased. The only difference with this is if you are staying off site, you cannot purchase an individual lightning lane until 9 a.m. So that does give on-site guests a little bit of an opportunity to purchase these lightning lanes prior to those staying off-site. We're going to try Hollywood Studios last, but I am guessing that if none of those had an experience available, it's because I'm doing this late in the evening. A lot of these individual lightning lanes can sell out within minutes of them opening up. So I will mention that if you do want to buy any of those individual lightning lanes, you're going to want to do that as soon as you're able to. at 7 a.m. So let's reiterate these times one more time, just in case it was confusing. At 12, anytime after 12 a.m. on your park day, you can purchase the Disney Genie Plus. At 7 a.m., you can make your first Disney Genie Plus selection. At 7 a.m., you could also purchase an individual Lightning Lane selection. I hope that this cleared up some of the confusion that is Disney Genie Plus. Again, please feel free to email me, text me, call me at any time if you have any questions about this crazy process. I hope that I can help you plan a wonderful Disney trip and it maximizes your time with your family. I encourage you to play with this app. It really is a great place for you to learn how to do all of the things that you need to do to use this app during your park day. Please feel free, and I would love for you to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for all of the latest tips and tricks and any changes that might be happening in the Disney parks. Hope you enjoyed my video. And again, this is Leslie with Whistle While You Work Vacations. Hope you all have a magical and blessed day.